Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and I'm so excited. Today's the day. Dose of Colors X Luv Sarahii, I think that's how you say it. YouTuber collab. I'm ridiculously excited. And a side note, I never thought I'd see the day where one 6 little pan set got me all the feelings in the world. I don't know what it is about this color combo, but it's like, oh look, day, night, mysterious, sexy. Like, I love this. There's a good balance of crease color, fun, shimmer, highlight, brow bone, so many things are exciting. I'll tell you what's not exciting. This damn bug that is flying around my room. So remember in all my past videos how I'm like, you guys, there's a bug in there's a bug, and it's a big loud like bzzz ones. Okay, except now there's like 3 or 4 of them, and I swear to the good God above, they don't, he was just on my drink. You motherfucker. Don't touch my straw. Now I apologize in advance if you guys can hear them in the playback audio because they are very loud and they don't like stay away. Like, don't normal bugs like stay away? They're like afraid of humans. These ones get as close to me as possible and they land on everything. Like, they're not even just like buzzing by me. They're like, oh, I'm gonna sit like right here. I'm gonna sit right on your shoulder. I'm gonna sit right on your drink. Like, excuse me, girlfriend, no. You drunk, go home. So, sorry, that was my tangent. Mini moment over. Let's go back to this Dose of Colors situation and let's like recenter ourselves. So I'm reading this straight off of the Dose of Colors website. That is where I picked these up. We're gonna start with the bundle, which it looks like you can still purchase for $197. Don't know where that came from. Then you can buy just the palette for $35. The individual highlights are $28 a piece. There are 4 liquid lipsticks, matte liquid lipsticks, that are $18 a piece, and then 2 glosses that are $17 a piece. So we're gonna start there. I'm not gonna like click on anything because I know that reviews are gonna pop up and like I don't want to see no reviews. Y'all know my game. Ain't no shame in it. I just don't want to know what other people be thinking about stuff that I'm about to talk about. So let's start here. This is $35. The eyeshadow is obviously what we're going to start with. I've already primed and prepped my eyes. Ooh, yeah, concealer. Set it down with some Maybelline Fit Me powder. Did my brows with, by the way, my ultra bougie ColourPop Bangin' Brunette pencil. This is like $5 or $6. So good. Highly recommend if you need a pencil. I go in between like these moments where I'm like, do I want pencil? Do I want pomade? Pencil, pomade. As of late, I was using the ABH Dip Brow in dark brown. I love this too, but then all of a sudden I'm just like, you know what? I need a little pencil action. And then I go back to pencil and it's like, I have to. P.S. The brows today were so spot on. I mean, like, this one's a little thicker, but they're real close to being sisters today. I was like, bitch, we are in the neighborhood. We might be neighbors. We might even live in the same house today. It's a good moment to be alive. So let's talk about this palette. These are 6 shades, paraben, gluten, and cruelty free. They are 0.06 ounces a piece, which I think is actually a decent pan size. Urban Decay is 0.05, and that's usually like my standard size around here. So at least it's a little bit bigger than that. Now for this to be 35, let's do a little math. What does that make them a piece? That seems a little bit, girl, I mean a little bit bright, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, these are $5.83 a piece, so a little bit pricey, not gonna lie, but that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes collabs are a little bit more expensive because you have to pay not only the brand, but also the production and then the collab-er, which would be the Luv Sarahii in this case. That is how, I'm hoping that's how you say it. If not, sorry. There's like a video of Paige pronouncing it incorrectly for 17 minutes. Now, this little palette for 35 bucks, you get these shadows and you get this mirror. And at first, here was my initial thought. I'm gonna be completely honest. Why is this $35? That was my first thought, because I'm like, this isn't unique. Like, these 2 shades, they're just like good warm crease colors, These are just 2 really nice like bright colors, okay, And then I got down to these 2 and I was like, those are relatively like common, aren't they? Bitch, no, they're not. I swatched, I wish I would have taken a picture of it. I had black and blue swatches down this whole arm, my palms, my finger. I was covered in black and blue swatches trying to dupe these 2 colors right here. Good luck. I know that somebody out there has done it, but again, I don't go looking. I wanted to try and find it on my own. I could find a couple of very close ones for this, the black one right here, but this one is so unique, which by the way cinches it. I'm using this one on my eyes today. Spoiler alert. So as far as like dupes and stuff like that, I will show you a couple that I found, but they're not the same. And again, I didn't go through and dupe all of them because I was like, we've seen all the other ones. But these, they almost got me. They almost got me good on those. So let's go ahead and let's swatch this palette and then let's move on because I talk a hell of a lot. I'm already having a moment, you guys, today where I can feel that I'm in one of those weird moods where I'm like, like, Paige, you need to take either less medication or more medication. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those days where I need to, like, hone it in. But that's neither here nor there. Let's just swatch. Ooh, top row. Ooh, top row looking good. I'm going to guess the order that these go in, and we're just going to pray that I'm right. And there's only 6 shades, so, like, even if I'm wrong, I can't be that wrong. Look at this. Oh, my God. Okay, so there is, what is this one here? Poquito Mas. Sun Glow is this golden one, I think. Wanderlust. Loungy. Palma, which is absolutely life-changing, and then Finders Keepers. Now, here's the thing about these. Let me get you in real close. The magic to this black shade is that there is reflect in this black shade, okay? Now, I was so concerned, confused, and everything in between about it, but it swatches so beautifully. Now, the only 2 matte shades are this guy and this one right up here, which of course are like workable crease colors. You have this great guy right here for a beautiful brow bone highlight all over, just golden shimmer sexy. But again, this one, that teal shade, I'm dead dying to see, obsessed. Now, okay, as far as what we can see right now, I think it's pretty obvious the direction that I'm going to go in here, because I'm me. I will want to take for sure this one into the crease, and both of those kind of blend them out. Okay, pretty standard. I was real, not confused, what am I saying? I was really curious as to how I wanted to work with the rest of these, because at first I thought I wanted to take the gold, fade it into this, fade it into that. Like, okay, relatively straightforward. But I don't think I want to do that. I actually think I want to stick more into this family, this beautiful, because I want to have this be like an all over inner eye, like whoosh, and just open up the eye with this beautiful white light shimmer shade right here. It is so rare that a shade like this is in a palette that actually works on fair tone people, because no matter how light they think it is, it's never light enough. And y'all can tell me if you agree, but I'm just telling you, in my experience with about 14,000 palettes, that has been the case. And I think that this one, I might actually be able to create this beautiful, like, huge blown out smoky moment, and like just big white, just sexy. So I want to fade that into this teal shade, and then possibly into that. Maybe if you'd stop interrupting me, I could get somewhere. How do you think about that? But that's kind of what I'm thinking, and I do want to show that to you. Now, let's talk real quick about the couple of dupes that I found, and I do mean couple. Okay, so right here we have the Dose of Colors shade. It is beautiful, really deep, thick black color with beautiful chunks of like sparkle, glitter, reflect. It's a beautiful, beautiful shade. I'm still on the fence as to if I wish it was matte or shimmer. Like right now, it feels like a matte shadow, but it has glitter in it. So I'm on the fence as to how I feel about that, but that's not important right now. The first dupe that I found, and again, I use the word dupe lightly because these 2 colors in the Dose of Colors palette were difficult for me to dupe. The first one that I found, though, is in the Urban Decay Moondust palette. And oldie buddy goodie, you guys, I used to be so obsessed with this palette. Like, I was obsessed. This is like one of the first palettes I ever bought. I didn't know anything about color. I didn't know how to do my eyes. I didn't know anything about... I didn't even know that you were supposed to use eyelid primer, okay? That's the level of pre-Paige and pre-YouTube I'm talking about. And I was like, I think this would make so many good eye looks. I didn't know what to do with it, but I was like, sounds good. And then I bought this palette. I know. But I was looking at the shade Galaxy, and at first I thought it might be a good one for that teal shade in the palette. But it's not. It has like an underlying cobalt shade, but it does look similar to the black one, but it has a more blue reflect to it, as opposed to the one in the palette we're talking about today, which has, again, just really, really thick black with just glitter through it. No, like, shimmer infused in it. So that was the first one. And then we moved on to this Dose of Colors in Night Sky, which again, I thought like one of these Dose of Colors, these little things, one of these has to be it. And I did buy the teal one. Yet again, in my mind, I thought teal, it has to be the same as this one right here. It wasn't, spoiler alert, not even close. I didn't even grab it. It's not even close. But this one, Night Sky, yet again, pretty close, but not the same. The difference is that all of the ones I'm swatching as dupes have a shimmer glitter appearance, whereas the one from the Dose of Colors has that matte with flecks of glitter through it. It's a totally different texture than a normal shimmery shadow. It feels like a matte with glitter. I can't say that enough. So this one right here, again, that is a Night Sky. It's a beautiful all over black shimmer. I love that color so much. I only use it sparingly, like on my lower lash line, because it's so intense, but it's just, oh God. Now the last two I found for this black shade were actually kind of shocking for me. I found the color Vanity, and they're both out of Carity palettes, which if you don't know Carity, they're like a really affordable, here I'll actually show you the brand, Carity. I have done several videos on my channel about Carity. Like several, probably two or three videos now at least. They're kind of like, in my opinion, like a little bit less talked about ColourPop, like that kind of thing. They have what they call the Smoky palette, the Frost palette. There's their Rudes and Nudes or Nudes and Rudes palette, that kind of stuff. They're just really cute. So definitely check them out. But this is from their Smoky palette, and it's the shade Vanity, which is just like a black sparkle right here. And upon looking at it, this one is probably the closest dupe that I found, because it has the same, oh Paige, you gotta learn how to swatch your shit. It has the most like matte feel to it, whereas these other two right here, they had that shimmer feel that I was talking about, but this one actually has a nice matte feel to it with glitter in it, which I had not yet found in any of my collections. So then I opened up the Carity Frosty palette, or Frost palette rather, and I grabbed the shade Vicious, which is very similar to that last one I swatched, but again, a little tiny bit different. They're very similar. It's just a little bit more black. So again, there's a lot of similarities, but none that were like a dead ringer. The closest, if I had to pick a dupe, would be these ones from the Carity palette, because they best matched it as far as tone and texture and glitter and like everything lined up. But if you're gonna dupe these out, you're gonna have to build them up a little bit, because they are a little bit less pigmented than the one in the I Luv Sarahii palette. Boy, this is gonna be a long ass video. Okay, I am never gonna get these off. Oh, Paige, why did you think that this was a good choice? Let's really just start by examining your life. Let's start at like pre-K and work our way up. That was never a good decision. Now, for the teal shade, y'all may or may not believe me, I swatched and I swatched and I swatched, and what is so unique about this shade is the tone and the texture. I went through, I thought, like, again, Violet Voss. How many palettes have I just been talking about that had beautiful teals and blues? And I thought, this color is on trend right now. Like, I'm going to find a dupe for it. No, actually completely wrong. Not only was the tone off, the texture was off, the feel, like the look, the way that it reflected, everything about this shadow is unique. I was not able to find a dupe. The closest I came was from the Alamar Cosmetics palette. This is the shade Celia, which is a beautiful color, but it's not the same. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. It is a shimmer and not a glitter shimmer. And the one from the I Luv Sarahii palette is a glitter shimmer. So they might be similar in tone, but again, they're similar in color, but the tone is different. You can see this one has a little bit more blue to it, and it also has the glitter shimmer to it, where this one only has the shimmer. So many, like, colors, individual shadows, palettes, whatever, they are sticking to one texture. It's either shimmer or matte or glitter. And this specific shade in this I Luv Sarahii palette is glittery shimmer. Like, I can't think of any other way to describe it. It's like if you took this color from the Alamar palette and you infused glitter into it. And that's why it shines and it sparkles and it's so damn magical. Oh, I could literally like bathe in that color. I am so obsessed with it. And I found no other color that was even close out of my collection. So if you guys did, I'm sure that someone out there found a better dupe, but those were the ones that I found. And I looked for literally 40 minutes for that one shade, because I'm like, these other shades, they're not going to be hard to dupe. P.S. I'm removing this, but I'm like, they're not going to be difficult to dupe, but those two shades, oh my good Lord, I was so irritated. Ugh. Which I guess is a good thing. So if you're looking for a unique palette, so far, we're there. Oh, and you know what else I thought was weird? Side note, this video is going to be so long. I thought it was weird that, like, I looked at this and it kind of gave me like Shayla X ColourPop, like the Perception palette gave me those vibes a little bit. I checked that palette. I checked the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. Like, I checked all these palettes that I got that serious vibe from. Nope, go suck it, because you're wrong. So let's move on, because I've talked so much. Side note, and then I promise we will move on. Can we talk about how cute all of this box like packaging is from this collection? Everything is in like the super cute, like nude, reflective. I just love the unicorns for this collection. Side note, now we can actually move on. You're welcome. Did I mention that this comes with a mirror too? I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but you do get a cute little mirror in here. I don't know if that's relevant or not. Some people care, I guess. But other people are going to be like, for $35, it should have a mirror and somebody that puts it on for you. Let's go ahead and we're going to dive into this shade right up here. We're going to end up blending it out with that one. Now, because I'm going for like this beautiful, like light effect look, I am going to keep this darker shade to the outer V. And actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to go in with this light peach right here, more in the inner as a really, really light definition. And then I'm going to go in with that darker shade and on the outer V and like, you know, that whole side of it. But I really want to keep the inside really light just because I'm obsessed with that shade. And I'm really banking on the fact that it's going to work out for me, but it might not. Like, you know how you ever have that realization where you're like, I'm really banking on something that might not happen for me, you know? Me when I started my YouTube channel. Oh, funny. The funny but true. Wow, this frickin' shade is life-changing. Oh my god. Like 2 dunks. Come on now. By the way, this is my Wet n Wild brush in the I don't know what it is because it doesn't say anything, but it's this one. It's the one that has a really nice, like, fluffy, kind of semi-fluffy point. I don't know. I'm just really lightly like fluffing this into this upper brow bone area. I'm just giving it like a whole moment. Yes. Time to go in with the darker color, by the way. Wow, and this stuff blends out so quickly and it builds like, oh my gosh. These are so gorgeous. Not that I expected anything else from Dose of Colors, by the way, because Dose of Color shadows are amazing. I've done videos on the other Dose of Color shadows and they are so great, like the Marvelous Mauves and the Sassy Siennas, and like I've done all of those videos before and their shadows are so blendable. But side note, oh, there's that side note again. But what I am noticing with these is that theirs are normally, they have a lot more kick and pan. Like in their Sassy Siennas or any of those like 5 bar palettes or whatever, 5 shadows, I would like dunk my brush in and there would just be like powdery kick everywhere. And I'm not getting that from these at all. These are just like going on so beautifully and sultry. And they're not doing anything that they shouldn't be. Like they're not kicking up crazy. I'm getting a little bit of kick and pan, which is normal. They're building beautiful. They're not patchy. Like, they're just beautiful. So these are actually seeming to be a little bit nicer formula than their other palettes, like those bar palettes. Who do you think you are, Mr. Big Star? Ooh, 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 ooh. So pretty. Okay. What do I want to do next? So for glitter glue, I'm going to be going in with the Too Faced glitter glue. I use this all the time, like all the damn time. Like, look at how thin this tube is. I'm obsessed, but a little goes a long way. If you're looking for a lot more like affordable alternative, you can grab the NYX glitter glue. That is so good. I use this one a little bit more just because I feel like it lasts, like they both last a really long time. This one for me lasts a tiny bit longer than the NYX, and given that I never know how long my day is going to be, I always just go for the little bit longer one. But the NYX one is really good too, and it's a shit ton cheaper. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this glue and I'm going to kind of pop this, really lightly tapping. The trick with this, if you have difficult eyes to work with like me, which so many of you guys have said that you do, the trick is to tap because you don't want to disturb anything underneath. So I lightly tap this layer. And then I'm going to take my finger, I'm going in with that light, oh my god shade, and this is like the moment of truth where we are going to, oh my life. We are living, breathing, dying, gagging right now. Oh, and we're just lightly taking that on our finger and stamping it all over this inner area. Oh my god, I love that shade. And now on a separate clean finger, we're going to go in with this shade. And now we're going to take and we're going to tap that right in this area. And we're just going to stamp it almost in just like a ribbon, like just straight on up. And I know it's looking a little crazy, but that's all right because we are going to blend it and make everything work together. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit more of the lighter shimmer and I'm just going to use that to pat over top and then kind of mix the two together. just to create a really nice fade. I like my eye looks to have a very even, smooth transition between the two, because I feel like the smoother the transition, I don't like there to be any, like, you know, lines or anything unless there's supposed to be a line from a cut crease. I like it to just be smooth and shimmery and sultry and all kind of sexy, which it is so looking right now. And that looks so pretty. I very lightly with my finger while I was applying that teal shade, like drug it over top of that outer V color. And like no real product or anything, I just lightly kind of blended it with my finger. And it blended so beautifully all by itself. That is magical. And just with a clean brush, this is a BH number 5. There's literally nothing on this because I cleaned it. And I'm just going to take and run this through the crease and blend all of that together in the crease. And then once I blend it all together, I like to see where I'm at and I kind of add color from there. But I don't like to just go in and like add color if I'm not going to need it, because I don't ever want to overdo it. I feel like it's always better to, you know, do this part first and then see what you need. Oh wow, that looks absolutely stunning. And I like it too because it's like a soft cut crease. Like you can still see the definition without too much craziness. That's so gorgeous. I'm going to go back in with that Wet n Wild brush in that nice deep dark shade, and I'm going to build that up on this outer V just a little bit here, because I'm crazy about that color and I do want there to be just a little bit more fade right there. These colors have so much pigment in them, like you are definitely going to want to work with a light hand just to make sure you don't oversaturate your eye, because like I almost just did. I mean, I didn't, but I very easily could have if I would have kept going. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. Wow. Okay, now I am going to take and go in with a little bit more of that teal shade just on my finger here. I'm going to continue to repop it over this area, because no matter what, I want it to look like this is the color. Like this is what you're looking at. This is the fun, the world, the life, everything. And then I want that white shade in here to pop. So let's go ahead and add a little bit more of that and just move it over. Oh my god, that's pretty. Oh, I've never done an eye look like that either. Oh. I'm going to take this tiny little Sigma E30 pencil brush and go into that black shade. And I'm going to dabble this right on the outer V of my eye. Ooh. Wow, that's pretty. Just a tiny, tiny little bit back here. There is so much pigment in that shade. Wow. Going back in with the brush that has nothing on it, I'm just blending that black shade. I went in with the tiniest amount of that color. Holy crap. I'm just going to say real quick, a huge testament to these other two crease colors, this one and this one right here, because a lot of times when you apply a crease color and you go over top of it with a shimmer like what I just did, it can look bally or patchy or like get kind of funny. And what I love about those crease colors is that they went behind the shimmers and you can still see that hue, that it's like a different color peeking through, but nothing got weird. Like to be able to mix this type of green with this color right here and have it not be overwhelming, have it not look like a pumpkin, have it not look weird. I just, oh my gosh. Like, I'm crazy obsessed with that. I think that that looks so freaking classy. Now, I am going to take on like a flat brush. This is an old cargo brush, but I just want the flat end. And I'm going to grab that really, really light shade and pop it in the brow. I just have to see if it's gonna work or not. It looks really pretty. It's not like the best brow bone. For some reason, I think it must be the glitter glue. It's not appearing as beautiful light white as it did right here up on my brow, but it still is really, really like nice and faded and pretty up there. So now I need to do the other eye. And actually, you know what else I wanna do real quick? I'm gonna take the really light pale peach shade and I'm just gonna run that up here just a little bit to marry that crease color with that brow bone highlight. Just a tiny little marriage, nothing special. We're talking justice of the piece, you know, real small, intimate moment between the two. Paige, they get it, shut up. The only thing I'm having an issue with is because I have such hooded eyes, I feel like I'm losing some of this black right here, like I want it to be moved up a smidge, and that's just because I have such hooded eyes. I'm gonna go in with that pencil brush, and I'm just gonna up it just a little bit up into this area, a little tiny bit. Like, I literally barely added anything to my pencil brush. And I'm just moving, and all it does is it helps create the illusion that I've upped my crease a little bit so it helps lift the eye. It's an optical illusion, but when you have super hooded eyes, you're gonna be the queen of the optical illusions, let me tell you. And I'm just gonna take and blend that out just a little bit. I'm so impressed that for how much I've blended these, that they're not like a complete muddy mess. Like, you can still see every individual freaking color. That is crazy. Well, I'm obsessed. Okay, I'm gonna run real quick and I'm going to do this eye and then, oh, actually, pause that. We have lipsticks to talk about, and I almost forgot because I don't want to go through, put all my makeup on, and then be like, oh, let's swatch these, because that's a disaster waiting to happen. So let's talk. Oof, okay, so two of these are glosses. So which two are glosses? This guy and this guy. Okay, so we're left with these 4. Oof, let's look at them, shall we? Oh my god, I'm so excited. Now, in the past, I haven't had, oh my god, this packaging. It's like soft touch. What? I'm obsessed. Okay. Oh my, okay. This is the shade Aesthetic. Girl, she is a warmed queen. That is so warm tone. Okay, don't know if I can pull that color off. Let's keep on swatchy dotching here. Ooh, this is the shade Fresh. That's the cherry ass orange red. Okay. Ooh, okay, this next one is the shade Peachy, but it has 2 eyes, like I Luv Sarahii, Peachy, I at the end. Love that. Okay, that's so far my favorite. This is Nude Chica. Oh, I love that. Little cooler than Peachy. Okay. Guys, I'm feeling a little bit better. Let's just look at these glosses because I'm a gloss fiend. And P.S., am I the only one that didn't know it was a thing? Oh, that's pretty. I didn't know it was a thing. People put lip glosses over matte liquid lipsticks. Does that seem weird to anybody else? Because, like, I thought that was the most bizarre shit that I've ever heard in my life. Because I would never. Ooh. Look at that gloss. Mother effer. What shade are you, you sexy bitch? Barely There. Oh, yes. This is a gold gloss. This is Brillo. I don't know. It's got gold ass flakes. I'm going to swatch it right next to this one. Oh, girl. Okay, so it's basically a nude gloss, but with gold shimmer. I'm really building the swatch up for you, so you guys can hopefully see it on camera. It's literally just a nude, but with a ton of glitter, which I'm sure you can see the glitter flecks. Wow. Wow. You know what? While I'm here, should I just swatch these, like, while I'm right here? Oh, my sweet baby Jesus. Look at that. Oh, I'm obsessed. Okay, where's the other one? Let's get it going, girl. I'm really hoping the other one is like a little lighter, because fair over here, because we're pasty queens. So, oh yeah, let's make it work. This is the one that says Bathe. Nope, this is darker. Okay, well, not giving me too much confidence here, guys. Oh, those are both very dark. Okay, well, it looks like the first one is gonna be the one I go with. I'm gonna find a way to make these work. Let's go ahead, run off of camera, do the rest, and I will be right back to finish up all this good shit. Okay, guys, went ahead, got all this on my face. We are happening. Things are working for us today. Now, I wanted, because the eyes look so great and so bam, I wanted like a more neutral moment for the face. I thought about going in with a more peachy pink blush, and I was like, you know, I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling like this nice, just very chill, bronzing face, and then that highlight is just gonna pop that much more. Oh, I love a good highlight. So for bronzer, and I went in with the Princess Cut from my Park Ave Princess palette right here. Love this. For blush, I went in with Beige for Days. This is a Gen Nude blush from Bare Minerals. I'm obsessed with this blush. This is the blush if you don't like blush, but you like that bronzered cheek. This is that blush. So freaking gorgeous. And then, of course, I did a little reshaping with these two guys right here. This palette, you guys, I can't say it enough. So good. Like, needless to say, I have backups. Oh, and I'm obsessed. So anyways, this is where we are right now, and it is time for us to insert ourselves into the highlights. Where did I put them? You know, under the battery camera strap pile of trash. That's where they were. I don't know why. I don't know. Anyways, so as we previously figured out in these swatches, the one that's probably going to work a little bit better for me is going to be the lighter gold in the shade Soulmate. And I realized I never did show them to you like in pan. You can definitely see this one is lighter. What I think is really beautiful though, this one down here, the darker one in the shade Bathe, that would look so beautiful on deeper toned skin, like all over the body. Oh my god, so gorgeous. Now, I don't know if this shade is light enough to work for me. I have a feeling it might not be, but I have a backup option. So let's go ahead and take this and give this a shot. You guys know I have to spray my face first. I always set my face before highlight. It really just helps everything like meld in and become one with the face. Where's my spray? What is happening in my life right now? Literally after 100 hours, I can't find it. So I'm opening up a new MAC Fix Plus because I have 3 open bottles. Not a one of them is anywhere to be seen. As soon as I open this, like it's gonna appear, and I know it because that's how it works. Okay, all right, well, screw it. We're going in with this new one. And let's spray our face, and then we are gonna highlight like a queen. God, I love highlight. Oh, let's spray. All right, and we like to leave it a little bit wet still while we apply the highlight. So for this portion, this is the big Soulmate pan. I'm actually going to go in with this Pro 5M Furless brush. I don't normally like this type of brush, but lately this brush is proving to be magical. So I'm just going to sweep this through here. I'm going to grab some. I know you can't see it because I've went in a little bit vicious with this brush, but we're just going to try it. And we're going to see if it's too dark. Now, an issue that you have when you're super fair skinned, as a lot of you probably know, is it'll look good at one angle, but then at all the other angles, it looks really not good. So I'm just kind of lightly tapping it. And I'm trying to see if it's going to cast a sheen. So you can see the reflection. It looks really pretty. Now, if I turn my head, am I turning funny colors? Not too bad, actually. Wow. Okay, I can live with this. I mean, I don't know that I would use this brush, but I really think that's pretty. Okay, I waited so long, the other side dried, so let's do the other side. Give it just a little spritzer, because your girl's got to have that damp cheek, yes. Wow, that is real pretty. Now, it is too dark for my skin tone, and I can tell because when I do this, it kind of turns a funny color, and I lose that nice lifted look to my cheek, but that's okay. It is really pretty, though. I just don't think that they had all skin tones in mind necessarily when they made this, because it should have been, even like a little bit lighter would have worked. I feel like both of these shades are a little bit dark for a collection. Oh, queen. But like I said, you can definitely tell that it is a little dark, but it gives a beautiful glow. Now I'm actually going to take where's my big ass brush? This is my big fluffy brush. This brush is magic. And what I'm going to do is, because that's so dark, I'm just going to blend that highlight onto my blush a little bit and wear it almost as like a blush topper instead of just a highlight. And I'm really just going to blend that whole area together. This is something I do if I want to look like really glowy and natural. I'll take a highlight that's a similar color to my blush, and I'll blend it down onto my blush, and it just gives your face like a really nice radiant look without having like a super intense like patch of highlight. It works really, really nicely on my skin. I've been doing it for a while now, and it looks stunning. So for the highlight that's actually going to pop my cheekbone, I'm actually going to go into this palette, and I'm going to grab that really, really light shade, and I'm going to use that. This is on a Morphe M501 brush. It's more just like a tapered highlight brush. And I'm going to pop that right on the upper piece of my cheek right there, the upper piece, okay? And I'm going to blend it, but keep it mainly right in that nice highlighted area, because that is going to lift my cheek, honey. Yes, and it's actually really blendable. Now, again, I am having some emphasized texture right now between those two highlights, the one in the pan and this eyeshadow. But again, I mean, that happens. I have very few highlights. They have to be very, very, very finely milled highlights to not emphasize texture. Like Hourglass, how those are really, really finely milled. Those do not emphasize my texture because they're so finely milled. What's another one? The Charlotte Tilbury, the Pat McGrath, ones like that that are really, really fine. Those are the only ones that don't. Ones like this, they do emphasize, but like I'm not going to live my life based on texture. No thank you, ain't happening. Okay, you guys, I got everything on, and here is our finished look. What do you guys think? So, because I'm kind of obsessed, like, if you're gonna ask me, Paige, what's your opinion on your face? I'm not gonna lie, I think it looks kind of fantastic. Like, I did not want, and I'm just gonna be completely honest with you guys, like straight up, you guys know I don't lie. I did not, at the price of $35 for 6 shadows, I didn't want to love this, and I didn't want to love it because these are $5.83 a piece if you break it down. And the reality is that they are so beautiful. Like, at first didn't want to, and I was like, nope, I'm not gonna like these. There's no way they're gonna be special enough. And then when I was trying to find dupes, I realized how unique the colors were, and then one thing leads to another, and I'm obsessed with how it looks on my eyes. And then I got to really like thinking about this whole collection, and the cohesion is ridiculous. Like, I love the fact that, because at first when I swatched these lipsticks, you guys saw my face, I was like, no, these are not my jam. Why did you come up with these colors? But when I was really looking at the swatches and looking at the whole collection, there's so many different beautiful eye looks you can do with this that would pair daytime to nighttime. And I love that these lipsticks really correspond so beautifully and uniquely with this. There was no like safe bet. There was no like, oh, you know what, like nudes are safe. Yes, there's a couple nudes because people like me are going to want to wear a nude with a green eye, like absolutely. But then they did go daring and they went pop of red and they went pop over here and warm tones and just these beautiful shades. And I love that they really married all this cohesion with these two highlights that, I mean, are they too dark for me? Yes. But are they beautiful? Yes. Pan sizes are gorgeous. And at the end of the day, I love that these colors also coincide beautifully with this whole like bohemian kind of moment. And then the cherry on the cake, I was like looking at these right before I turned on the camera, and there's palm trees. And the one thing that I kept thinking, and I'm not kidding, I'm not making this up, I kept thinking like, oh, this would be a great palette, like if you're going on a trip, like tropical trip, because you have these beautiful bright pops, really nice neutral easy shades for day wear, nighttime, you have this beautiful black, it could smoke out. Like, my mind kept going to that tropical vacation with this palette, and then I realized that there's effing palm trees all over it, which made me feel like an idiot. So I guess at the end of it, here's what we can say. Quality, fantastic. I have had issues with their liquid lipsticks in the past. They are a little bit too drying for me. Like right now I am wearing, which shade am I wearing? This is Nude Chica. I love this color and it matched the best with obviously the eye look I had going. But I have tried their liquid lipsticks in the past. I've never been obsessed with them. Right now this one is sitting really nice. I'm not sure if the formula for this stuff is a little different than the normal Dose of Colors formula, but it all appears to be a little bit elevated, a little bit better, which I'm liking. I at least love that for the price they didn't sacrifice quality. You didn't get something that was subpar that they charged more for. If anything, you got really good quality, a lot of quality for a good price. So I really like that. And P.S. by the way, I'm pretty sure the lashes I'm wearing are the Mink Doha lashes, I think. They're a beautiful tapered lash that goes smaller to larger. They're a little bit less dramatic than my Mink Miamis, but still stunning. But you guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget, down in the description box are all my social medias. I'm mainly on Instagram and Twitter. You know, that's just where sister hangs out a lot, but I love it on all the other ones as well. And I think that that's it, you guys. Thank you so much again for watching, and please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Dose of Colors, I Luv Sarahii. I'm still hoping that I said her name right at least once. Please don't hate me. 6 little eyeshadows could make me so satisfied. What? Okay, for the love of all things holy, you damn bug. Can you just die, please? I don't ever request that of anybody ever, except you. I hate you. Fly by again. I shouldn't have taken my glasses off. Fly by again. Come on, let's do it. I'll win. Actually, I won't win, but I'm gonna try. Is that your strategy? Fly around in circles? That's a good strategy. So mature. Ooh, looking in the viewfinder, looking in the viewfinder, looking in the viewfinder. Okay, let's start that over. That was not good. Sugar, sugar, how'd you get so fly? Sugar, sugar, how'd you get so fly? Throwing shit. Sugar, sugar. Get out of here. They are 0.06 ounces of peach. Oh my god, who is that vixenous queen? Ooh.